Hey Aries, thanks for checking out this October 2016 General Tarot reading. My name is Sky, and I'm here to hopefully deliver another great reading for you guys for the month of October. So if you want to check out my shop down in the description box below, there is a link to it. And if any of this information in the reading resonates really well with you, or if you would like further clarification, you can hop over on my shop and buy a reading or something. My cheapest reading is $10, so if anything really jumps out at you, like something that needs further clarification, I'd love to do a reading with any of my viewers out there. Anyway, I guess I'm going to go ahead and get into you guys' general tarot forecast for the month of October. And I'm looking at your spread right now, and I think like what's just jumping out at me more than anything is kind of a loss in faith, like a loss of energy, maybe even a loss of material security. So those are the three things that jump out at me like immediately. And it's not to say that those three things are going to happen in the month of October. But I think that a lot of Aries out there are coming back from that. I think that maybe in September or the recent past, you had a few events that happened that really left you having to transform a lot of the the archetypes of your life. Like there's a lot of big far-reaching changes happening for the Aries out there, I feel. You have two major arcana cards in your spread, the Magician and the Star. The Star, of course, is in the reverse position. So that really says to me that you're trying to fix this. Whatever negative cycles that are in your life right now, Aries, you are devoted. You're prepared both physically and mentally, and you're devoted to making a change to those things, and you're going to be very successful with that in October. But perhaps moving into October, you've had a few things that have happened to you that made you lose faith that you could make some of these changes in your life, whether that be spiritual changes, changes in your health, changes with your relationships, just a lot of changes. And anyway, it seems as if like your determination, your confidence, and your faith in being able to do that kind of turned on its head. Maybe there were people in your life who were really helping with that, who are now not there in the same capacity that you felt that they used to be, and that is affecting you a lot. You're having to go within and find all of this energy within yourself. And although that seems difficult right now, in the long run, this is going to help you immensely on your own spiritual journey, because, as people, we can't be dependent on others to, be the catalysts of change in our lives. We can't be dependent on that. It has to come from within. And it seems like Aries are being faced with that, with having it to be not really having a lot of people around you who are pushing you to make these important changes. Maybe it's because they don't realize that these changes need to be made for you, or maybe it's because, they're involved in their own, spiritual paths or life journeys, and they don't have time to really help you along your path. And that can be difficult, but you need to try not to get stuck on the fact that some of these people that you've relied on so heavily aren't there for you in the same capacity, because everything happens for a reason. If someone's not there for you, or someone can't be there for you, it's probably the universe trying to tell you, you got to do this on your own. For the Aries who have had really resounding, strong support systems in their life, which seems to not be there in the same capacity, that's the universe telling you, once you can make these changes on your own without needing these other people, it will come back. That's what I'm saying. I'm getting this from the Queen of Wands and the Page of Wands in the reverse. Both of those cards are different levels of the same energy. It's all about energy, confidence, assertion, passion. That's what the Wands suit is all about in tarot. So the Page of Wands being the youngest lowest level of that energy. Also, probably the strongest, and by strongest I mean like when you think of passion or energy or excitement or creativity, like the burst, but it's fleeting. It's in the sense, it's at a low level in the sense that it's extreme, but it doesn't last very long. And then when it evolves upward into the Queen of Wands, which is on the same level of the King of Wands, it's become more mature. It's become a more mature version of passion, creation, assertion. And it's like the yin. When you think yin and yang, the Queen of Wands is like the yin version of that passion creation. So maybe you're letting passion, creation, assertion come within you. Likewise, as I was talking about, since they're in the reverse, they could potentially represent people who gave that to you in your own life. Like they could represent people who are a source of those things for you, who are no longer as available as they used to be. And now it's like you've got to find that energy, that assertion, that confidence, and that passion within yourself, which shouldn't be too hard because you are a fire sign. The Page of Wands is represented by Aries. It is the archetype of Aries. It's the young fire energy. Okay, so kind of making up the peripherals of your reading, you've got that reversed Ace of Pentacles and then the Five of Pentacles. I think that there are a lot of things on the material plane that are difficult for Aries right now, and that's lending its hand to create this kind of lack of confidence that you may be facing, or the kind of lack of extreme passion because you may have had, well, I don't want to say you had bad luck with material resources, but there might not quite be the abundance that you expected or that you budgeted for. The Ace of Pentacles in reverse, it's all about, maybe you were really spendthrift in the recent past and you kind of let money slip through your fingers. Perhaps you didn't quite get what you were expecting financially. You had budgeted for the future and did not get what you expected. And then, of course, the Five of Pentacles over there on the top right is all about, having to be really frugal, facing either being frugal or in a dangerous financial situation. Like, there's still an opportunity, I think, with the Five of Pentacles. There's still an opportunity to tighten the purse strings, to budget more carefully. But it says that you've got to do that, otherwise you're going to be out in the cold, or you're going to be in the position that those people that you see on that card are in. And, since it's not at the center of your reading, that's another reason that I think that it's not happened yet. I don't think, I don't know, maybe for a small amount of the Aries out there, they're already in that position. But most of you just see it as a foresight. Like, you think, if I keep spending like this, and like your income versus expenditures is worrying a lot of the Aries right now. And that could also, as I said, be lending its hand to this lack of creativity and lack of passion, because you don't feel that you can bankroll your abilities and passions and hobbies and creativity, and that's leading you to lose a little bit of hope. Now, that's not all the Aries out there, but I definitely think that that is a general archetypal energy present right now. Okay, something that I'm randomly getting, and I don't know who else this applies for, but I think that some Aries out there are wanting to take up some kind of performance art. You've got the Magician and the Star, which both of those cards are kind of like a magician obviously performs, and a star is like someone who's famous. So I think some Aries out there might be taking up acting classes, might be wanting to pursue a music career, might be, doing anything that has to do with the stage or performances. And, this lack of confidence might be coming from, like, you're not sure whether you want to quit your day job so you can pursue full-time your entertainment career, if some of you are into that. So that's definitely a possibility right now. Maybe some of you have been slowly putting money back to, I don't know, go to Hollywood or go to Los Angeles or something in the US, because I'm definitely sensing that, and then of course this is a small amount of Aries out there, that's what you want your life to be devoted for, and you kind of feel like if you don't do that with your life, you'll never feel fulfilled. and might be having kind of this moment. This could apply for any career, so take that. But for those of you who are considering a career in performance arts, like you're maybe at a crossroads right now where you feel that it would be not like a risky expenditure of your money to use your savings to take a risk like this. So that's messing with your self-confidence. Like you think, well, am I a good enough singer or actor? Do I have the talent to take this financial risk and pursue it? I definitely think that you do, Aries. I think that having the Magician upright there says that you have the talent, says that you have the ability to pursue this. I'm trying to tell by the cards, because of course I think that you would want to have like a personal reading for your specific things before I go like advising how you should like spend your money or advising what you do. So remember to take all of that with a grain of salt. But you know, for some of you it's definitely a good time to do it. For others, you need to save more money first. That's definitely what I'm getting. In fact, I think for a lot of you, the more predominant answer is that financial matters are not yet in order to pursue this. But don't let that discourage you, though, because, you know, all that you can do is budget better and spend more time saving, and then you're going to be so much more prepared to take on. And even if it's not a career in the performance arts, this could be like the CEO of a company, because in a way that's a performance job as well. You know, this can be any high, like, well-earning, prestigious positions, you know, the Magician and the Star energy. So keep that in mind as well. And for those of you pursuing careers like that, you know, regardless of whether we're talking about financial as in like money, like how prepared your bank accounts are, versus this could also just be like emotional preparedness. This could be like, can you budget enough emotional energy to take risks like this? Can you budget enough physical vitality to take risks like this? For a lot of Aries out there, it's not that you can't. There is a lack, though, and this could be represented by those people who are kind of fading out of your life right now, who gave this to you, and when they were around you, you felt that you could do these things, but now you're taking time to question yourself because you don't have the same support system. You have first got to establish the inner sense of confidence, the self-awareness, the self-esteem, dare I say, and the honest self-dialogue before you embark on this journey. Once you accomplish that, you will be a force to be reckoned with. And regardless of financial things on the material level, money and stuff, your talent will speak for itself once you can work on these, the self-dialogue, the self-confidence, and, you know, not always having to have a muse for your creativity. Sometimes we have to be our own muses. And on that note, I hope that you guys enjoyed this brief general reading. I would love to, you know, start a dialogue in the comments if anyone wants to jump on any of these meanings. What do some of these cards mean for you guys? I would love to get a conversation started. We can just have like a community moment or something. And for those of you who would be interested in getting a private reading, be sure to check out my Etsy shop linked in the description box below, and we can do some work ourselves. So I hope that you guys have a great October. Things are looking good for Aries once you can get over this lack of faith and self-confidence. So anyways, I'll see you guys for November readings, and have a great October.